Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday, and welcome to your daily lighting critique. Just odd frame that I had stopped on there. So we've got a couple animations, a bunch of stills. Let's get into it. This first one is from Aaron. So this is a really fun animation that he's working on. We were just talking. We've got saliva dripping. We've got. We're gonna have some breakage of branches all over the place. We're gonna have some good stuff there. Okay. So let's see where we were with the previous version. And it makes a big difference now that we're starting to see it animated a little bit. The one thing that the first thing I thought of is I love this shot and I think you're doing a great job. The other thing that I thought of out of the gate was that I think it's almost like the rim is too strong at points. Like I know the sun is coming in from this way, but it's almost like I want it. It's you know what a lot of it is that it's kind of like a pure white and kind of getting away from the warmth a little bit, and I want it to feel a little bit warmer. Because like this is a beautiful color up here that you've got. The beams of light, the God rays are looking really good. This one could be softened. That one coming down there, but then once it hits a tree, it just kind of goes to like a pure white, and we kind of lose that warmth a little bit. And same thing on the character too. It'd be nice if that was a little bit on the warmer side. You did a great job darkening the interior of the mouth there. I thought that was going to be a real challenge, but you kind of nailed it in the first go. So good job with that. The other thing that I was noticing, two other things. One was, obviously the noise on the character makes it tough to see this, but it looks like there's some points where the subsurface is really kind of trying to scream through. And I can't tell if that's just like a miscalculation on it, and once all that gets smoothed out, it'll be okay. But just something to keep your eye on. The other thing is that, and it's hard to tell if this is just the positioning and stuff, but this bug, our poor bug in this shot, I don't see his shadow casting onto the branch as he walks along it. Like I'm wondering if there might be a light linking break there.
Yeah, weird. I'll check it out.
Okay. Yeah, like specifically when like he bounced up here and seeing all this red under there, had me a little concerned.
I think he has red paws, like underneath, and then I think it's also some noise in the subsurface.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also because you have the locked off everything else, and it like that's so clean that it kind of exaggerates the noise.
So the red you're seeing between his legs there, I think that's just an animation. I mean, I'll chalk it up to quote animation error. Like his paw is not gripping, his back paw's not gripping. So I'll talk to the animator about it and see if he wants to change it. I know I'm gonna have to talk to him about the bug intersecting with the geometry there. So I just kind of want to go back with one round of notes for him. I don't want to keep going back, but
sure.
Yeah.
But I think the rest of the animation stuff is good. The one thing you want to watch out for too is it looks like those dropping leaves don't have textures on them.
They don't have textures. Yeah, the goal was to get as much onto the shot as possible by today. So
no, and you've got a ton in there. Like I love this dappling of light coming along here. We could still maybe get a little bit more of that on that branch. And then there's something. Let me go to the first frame. There's something about. Like, I love the look of the foliage in the foreground, and I love it in the deep background. There's something about this one right here that's kind of between the two that I want that one to be a little bit more of an iteration, not as much haze on that one as the further back ones. I just want a little bit more contrast and a little less warmth on it. Just that plant there, just so we can kind of feel it move back a little bit more.
Okay.
But I think the rest of them look really good.
So just based on the last round, there were two things I didn't do from the last round. So we talked about the tongue being too pink. Is this, now that we see it extended, do you feel like it's too pink throughout?
I want it to be a little bit more red, only because there's something about, and again, if anybody else wants to chime in and disagree with me, when he goes to here, it feels like bubblegum to me and not a tongue. Like it feels like he's got bubblegum stuck to something. And that was my take. I think that's where I was coming from on that. But
Okay.
that could be like my weird bias of playing lots of baseball and chewing bad bubblegum as a kid, and I don't know.
No, I mean that's fine. I'm just using the straight shaders that came with it, which I think this is something they got free through their school. I've seen this floating around as a free rig. So, and my other question, the colors on the bug, maybe I misread that last time. You guys want that to go more pink or just darker in general?
Not darker so much as so the color scheme of the frog is very it's like candy coated. It's also off primary. It's like it's green, which is not a primary color. It's kind of pink. It's like all these kind of secondary colors, and there's something about like the pure redness of the bug that kind of it doesn't quite align with that color scheme. And I don't know what that is. I don't know why I feel that way, but it's almost like I want that bug to be. It's almost like because he's almost like an orangey red, and I want it to be a little bit more into the color family as the lizard, even though they're like totally different species of things.
Sure, yeah. Okay.
Anybody else have any thoughts on this for now? His spikes feel very cool to me too. I would like those to feel a little bit warmer too, like the little things on his back.
Mm-hmm.
Like there feels like there's some blue in there too. So maybe check the shader on that. But again, everything.
I mean, yeah, they're kind of like a blue. Do you want them like what color?
A little warm, like just like a warmer white.
Okay.
And then I would make this guy's his irises darker, because they are, or something. I don't know. It's funny because like now we've given this bug human eyes.
Yeah. I had actually shaded them much darker at one point. The animator asked if I could lighten them just so that he could read the eyes more. You know, obviously because he spent time animating them. So I'll find a happy medium.
Okay. Great.
Cool.
Great stuff overall.
Thank you.
Yeah. Cool. All right, let's hop over into Photoshop. We'll start. We've got name that. We've got a couple from Dani here. Yeah, it's fine. I'll do this back here. Eyes look good. I like the lighting on the girl. I think the glow from this, right at the base of the book, might be a little bit too dense. Like, I would like just like right in this core, just make that a little bit more transparent, just like a touch more, so we can see through it.
Is that playing with the volumetric itself, do you think?
Yeah, just adding some transparency on the volumetric a little bit.
Cool.
And do you have like a reflection pass on the robot himself? Like have you done a pass where you turn the robot into like something metal and just kind of reflecting the surroundings? Try giving
No, I didn't.
Try giving that a shot, and then like maybe just painting in a little bit of reflection or a little bit more specularity on him.
Okay.
But I think this is coming together really well. What do you guys think? I'm also looking at whether or not we should make that brighter in the reflection. I don't know. I feel like it would be, but I don't know if that's a good choice aesthetically.
I was just gonna because I went to the eye too, and I don't know what the previous notes were on it, but the eyes in the main character feel a little glowy, especially the one that is reflecting, and the one outside doesn't feel.
Yeah.
Like it's. I mean, so I don't know if it's like the answer is just to make it glowy and then move the transparency down so there's just less of it to pull you away from the character, or if like you just glow it up and really play it up. I don't know. I mean,
yeah, the eyes are so tricky with this guy. Yeah, I think.
Because making the reflection brighter would pull you away more, right?
Exactly.
Like,
that's because I started to say like, oh, if something is that bright, they're going to reflect a little bit brighter than that. And it's like as the words were coming out of my mouth, I was like, you know what? But then it'll just make it look like he has three eyes in some weird configuration. I don't know. I think yeah, probably keeping it about that level is good.
So what should I do with the eyes?
I think the reflection is a good value of where it is. Aaron, what do you think he should do with the main eyes?
Danny, are you using Nuke at all?
Yeah.
I mean, I would throw a glow node on that little reflection and just have it be way down, but still have it there.
Yeah, that's a fair
Put
one.
glow on the reflection of the eye.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I would try that, and then if you put the glow on there, and you just put that mix way down to 0.02 or something, then that's what I would try.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good call. And then the eyes itself, I think, are as good as we can get with him, and then just a little more reflection on him there. For your night shot, I think this is looking good. The glow is looking good. There's a little bit of... Let's look at the candles. These still feel like they have a little bit of blue-purple in them. These feel a lot better in here. These still look great. The glow... Here in the middle, actually, let me make that too big. The fireplace itself feels a little bit too red. Let me just bring down the saturation, actually. And I think, something more along this line, I think feels pretty nice. So it's not quite that red. But I like the glowiness on this one. Outside the window, I think that adding that little bit helped. What do you guys think? Any other thoughts on this one? Because I think this is getting close. What do you guys think of the brightness of the light coming in through the window? I know we've gone back and forth on that. Where do you think it is right now? Anyone like it, dislike it?
On the table, you mean?
This light over here, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the table's a little bit too bright. I keep wanting to look at the tabletop, and there's nothing really there. Just that thin line, that specular highlight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think maybe take this down. I think actually, because I think these look pretty good. I think they're kind of fun. Yeah. Let's see what we can spot there. All right, cool. Let's keep moving along here.
Hey.
Oh, weird. Sorry. I haven't touched my watch, but it decided to ping my phone there for a second. Sorry about that. All right, Justin. I think that this looks really good. I don't have any additional thoughts on this. Does anybody want to take a minute, have a look before we start? Anybody want to clap? I kind of want to clap. Feel like clapping? Let's clap. All right, good job. This looks great. Yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
Really good job. Really, really, really strong work.
We were talking about this before you came in. I was like, I don't know what else you can do to this. Looks pretty good.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. It feels like a very warm, sunlit room. This is it. I think because there's always something you can do to things, whether that something actually improves it or just makes it different. I don't know. I think, but yeah, this looks great. All right, we've got some.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, great job, man. All right, we've got, I think it was these two. Yeah, these two from Kat's robot scene. Kat, I hope your microphone is okay.
I think I just switched to my phone because for some reason desktop doesn't work.
That sounds lovely. You sound like
That's not because I'm using my phone.
That sounds
I'm not even on my computer.
You should be an NPR host. I feel like Terry Gross got nothing on you at this point.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So I think... Look at these two. So I think the shaping on her right here, you adjusted that, right? That light
Yes, I did.
Looks great. That looks really good.
Thank you.
Get this light here. I like the levels on the background. I just want to see, just because these guys are so metally, I just want to see some sort of reflection on the back of him so that we can feel this, like, because it kind of, almost like his metal is reflecting the bright light that's up there. And just kind of.
Okay.
So just like maybe even just put like a white plane off camera that with like no primary visibility on up there, and that'll just kind of reflect in his spine or whatever
Okay.
that area is.
Okay. I can do that.
This one.
That looks cool.
Yeah, this looks cool. I'm a little worried with how bright the edge of this knife is getting, but I think I will let that play out.
Yeah, I'm playing around with it, making it emissive and glowy. I don't know if I'm going to keep it. I thought it was a cool idea, but now I don't know if I want to keep it.
Well, let's play that. I mean, if we're gonna make it glowy, I think that's more. There's a comp treatment that we could do to it to kind of like glow it, and then it would need to influence. Like we need to see it on her hair or something. So
Okay.
we can get this emissive quality about it.
Yeah, I'll crank it up. I have the glare node on it. I just need to turn it up a little bit. I've been fiddling with it a little bit, so I'll turn it up.
Is this a spark?
No, that's a piece of the robot. I just haven't put the shader on it yet. I'll do that. I'll do that. It's just not colored yet.
It's not a thing we'll ever see when it's moving, but it was just because we were stopped in this frame. All right. Yeah. No, I think this looks good. I'm wondering. No, it's fine. Let's take a look at this animated, and then we'll probably add a little depth of field in the comp too. Because I was just looking, like, it is pretty, now that it's so dark, and, like, it is a little bit even back there, and on this shot, it would be nice if that was just a little blurry back there.
Okay.
For this one, let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 images across here. Start here. So, the two things that I want to work on with this shot is, how do we get the police officer badge to read a little bit more? Because like my eye just goes up there to the top, and I really kind of want to recognize what it is. It's almost like, well, this isn't you. I was like, it's almost like they never say police officer on them. They're just a police badge. Like they just have like, the engraving of a police badge. They're not this literal. That's okay. Anyway, I want, and the two things that are kind of throwing me off are like the sharpness of this reflection, and then I want to get some light right on the middle of it there, so we can kind of read that up. So I think we should we should localize one spotlight to this to kind of focus that in the center.
I have a question about it. So is it possible to take the letters and push them deeper into the badge, because they seem like they're so popped off that they're creating longer shadows?
Mm-hmm.
Is that, I mean, like, so police is a little hard to read at this point. It feels a little smudgy, and I'm only wondering if that's because the letters are so popped off. If you push them into the geometry of the badge, you'd get less. They are separate.
Yeah, they are separate, so I should be able to do that. I'll double check the mesh, but I think I can move them.
What a weird, awkward badge to pull out of your pocket. It was just like it caught on everything. Like it stinks. I don't want to work there. For this character, there's more light on his face. That's cool. I think we can go a little bit brighter and a little bit warmer on the light that's striking him here.
Okay.
Just a little bit more warmth than that. It's so funny. She's got, like, I can see the specularity in her skin, in her hand. That looks really good, but like it's just not translating over to her face.
I think it's the angle of the light. I think it's brushing along her face because it's pointing more at the badge in her hand, and it's kind of brushing along her face. So I can move the light a little bit to see if I can get her. Or when I put the light to make the badge pop more, I can train it on her face more, so it kind of hits it more dead on.
Yeah, but this is what we're looking for in the specularity.
Okay.
When I talk about specularity in the skin, it's like really kind of reading that stuff. Yeah, and same thing with him here. It's getting like a little bit too much cool light on him. His specularity looks a lot better. Same thing. Her hand looks good. Yeah, I don't know what that is. It's really interesting. Yeah, I don't know what would cause that. But you know what? There looks better. There she's getting some more specularity on the face. It's probably just that one light at that one angle. So just look into that. I would take down the saturation on his pants. There are a couple.
Even more? Okay.
Yeah. The blue is really it's kind of poppy.
Okay.
Mike,
Yeah.
I think what Cat can do, I think what you can do is the star itself, you could make it a separate shader and give it a speck with noise, and then it might help draw it some more because it seems very flat.
Mm-hmm.
I could even make the star maybe more metallic because I made it a bit more rough so it didn't have the reflections on the bottom, but I can make the star more shiny so the star has more pop to it if you want.
Mm-hmm.
I can just go in and set up a separate shader on that.
Yeah, I think that would be cool. It'll help pull through it.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
That's good. Okay, cool. Yeah, but I think the rest of us are good. I just want to see it play out in motion now.
Okay, I'll animate both of them and post that probably tomorrow or the next day, and then I can start, if we can get everything signed off on this, I'll go ahead and start working on motion blur if it all looks good.
Yeah.
Maybe next week.
Yeah, just like a low res render, just to see how it, you know the drill.
Yep. Cool beans. Thank you guys.
You're welcome. All right, Kevin. That neon back there looks better. I think we can, similar to what Aaron said about the reflection in Dani's shot. I think we can add a little glow node to those in the comp. But I think their brightness level is good. I don't think it's too distracting. What do you? I'm gonna open this up. What do you guys think of this?
I think the white is very distracting, actually. Or at least the white of the Cadillac. The one in the middle, fine, it helps you zero in.
Mm-hmm.
But the Cadillac sign is pulling my eyes left.
I wonder if it had a color. That would be.
I think in the last one it was purplish, no?
Well, it was, but it was mostly just because it was dark. Yeah, try making it like pinky, magenta, purpley. So it's still in the same color scheme, but not quite as red. Yeah. Sorry, I'm putting my hand over it. Yeah, that might be a little standout. Or make it blue, or something in that same color scheme as the background. Dani, do you have any thoughts on the characters? How are they feeling for you?
I love the warmth coming off of them.
I do too.
And I'm actually okay with his hair having less speck, because I guess different shampoos or whatever, but I think it's really working.
Yeah, I agree. I wonder. Let me look at her hair, real quick. I think I like the lighting on them too. Overall, her hair sometimes gets a little bit too much green. I think adding a little bit more warmth to her hair would be good. But I think I think just do it kind of the way that I just did it in the comp, where you can isolate it and then just tweak it a little bit without shifting those colors maybe too much. But just a little less green in there would be helpful. And then yeah, but I think other than that, I think it looks good. Yeah, good job, Kevin. All right, last but not least, we got Rick. Okay, so Rick, I think there's some really strong qualities in this. I like the glowiness outside the window. I'm still questioning the angle that we're seeing, that I'm seeing out here. It feels like the perspective doesn't feel, because these leading, basically it's like, whenever you do a drawing, like you do perspective drawings in art school. And let's say that there's kind of like a 1 point perspective of things falling back into space. So we've got this line going back here. We've got this line going back here. And you would think that all of these lines, once they get back, there's a point all the way, I'm sorry, I'm just drawing line. There's a point all the way, way off in the distance they all just kind of converge on, right? It's like a 1-point perspective thing. Looking at the window, it feels like they don't follow the same logic as what's going on inside. It feels like these are falling down here, and that down there. So like that'll be the point where they hit versus like up there. So I think I would just without the glow and without the additional lighting, just make sure that the background is aligning. In terms of, I think for now, let's take off the caustic. I think it's too strong. And I think it's going to be good in a little bit of I think it's going to be good in down the road, but right now it's hard to tell what's going on in the lighting, especially up here. It feels like there's just kind of a blue something going on up there, and I'm not quite sure what that is. I fear it might be from the caustic, so let's take that down for now, and just kind of see where the base lighting gets us, because I think that there are. I think the pink flamingo, I think the specularity on that's looking really good. The darkness on the underside of this ball feels a little bit heavy. So I'd want to create a little more, like, because it's on water, so there's really no, like, there's kind of light kind of refracting all around it. I think the railing on the pool looks really good. This darkness around the edge is very, very dark. I would... look at that shader and make sure it's not just like a pure black, and make it something that can interact with the light a little bit more. Because again, it's a very bright room, lots of light bouncing around, and it's pretty. Like if I sampled it, it's it's like pure black. The plants on the wall are a nice touch. We'll see how they look without the caustic on it. Yeah, what do you guys think? Any other thoughts on this one? I think that's a good place to start. But yeah, you're making really good progress on this. And I know you had the Maya trial license end, so hopefully you can get this back up and running soon. All right, cool. I think that's all for today. Any other questions or anything? Let me see. Oh, there's one post here. Whoa, what is this? Oh, we got one from Ubed. Oh, we haven't heard from you in a while. How you doing? Are you here? Oh, I saw him pop in there for a minute. Okay. Sorry, give me just a sec to read this. Hello, I've been a long time since I posted, so here's a scene I'm working on in Unreal Engine 5. My main inspiration was to study the lighting of Last of Us 2, Half-Life. Lighting, so here's kind of a general. We'll do your thoughts later. Okay, give me just a sec. Let me pull these in here because it's a little bit small. Actually, let's just open it this way. And here's some references, and then let's see. I don't know what an MKV file is.
It's like a super. I mean, for my uses for it, it's like when you rip a Blu-ray, the MKV file is like lossless.
Ooh.
Blu-ray quality.
Oh, nice. I mean, in terms of the scene, I think this looks really good. The one thing that's standing out to me is like the blue like there's some reflective qualities that make for, because one of the things is that about something like this is that it's all about like this color scheme, and like this bright area feels like I would rough up those window reflections so they don't quite get that pure white, because that kind of blows up the more toned down overcast color palette, because those look like they're reflecting some sort of bright sun that just isn't really there. So I would tone down, like same thing with what's going on in that roof there. Like that looks like it's reflecting the sun, but the smoke looks good. From a gamer standpoint, is this for people who play games, is this because like my one thing was like, is this too dark, or is this kind of like what you would normally see from like a lighting level on a game?
I think it is too dark a bit.
Yeah. Just because I feel like there's like, I'm terrified something's gonna pop out of the shadows at any moment here. which could be where.
But I think depending on the game, like that's what you'd be concerned about, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because this is a very different audience than the animated films that I've worked.
Yeah, but you have this part, for example, where you get a lot of light and you can see all the objects on the floor, and then going into some of the alleys, and then you like even now you lose everything on the corner left.
I almost wonder if it's you can create more of difference between the kind of the open air area, like make that a little bit brighter, like the way that this kind of turns on, like have it go up a couple levels, and then keep the alleys dark. Like I wonder if there's a way to increase the sun while keeping the shadows where they are. Yeah, no, I think this looks good. All right, cool. Do you guys have any other thoughts on anything for the day before we break for now? Yeah, great stuff, everybody. All right, today's Tuesday. I was going to say have a great weekend because my brain is dumb, but I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, be good, everyone. I'll talk to you soon. All right, take care.
Yeah.
Bye.